In Microsoft Excel 2007, we're going to learn how to make a chart, which is here, the finished product, and this chart was based on two columns of data, one being date, column A here, which is represented here. The second column, which is weight, which stands for bench pressing or pounds, column B here, which is represented through the line here. And as we can see here, 95 pounds were lifted on February the 4th, 2011, which is represented right there, as we can see. And finally, as of July 25th, 2011, 210 pounds were lifted, which is represented at the far right end right there. So let's work backward, start anew, and make this chart again for you. Before we start from scratch, just to reiterate, this particular chart type here was or is a line chart, and I chose this model here, which is highlighted in orange, as we can see. That's the first point. The second point is make sure your date, or dates in this case obviously being used, are formatted in Excel as dates, and the weights here are number format. So let's just get those formats. For the date, you would right click, you would hit format cells, and as we can see here, there are 6 number tabs, and for date it is under the number tab, the first tab, the blue here date, and the type chosen was this first one in blue there, so that handles that. And for here, the number or the weight in column B, right click, we can see here format cells. Let's move the box up to here, and as we can see, it's also under the number tab, but instead of being date down here, it is general, and I chose this one here, and that's that. So the first step is to get rid of this graph here, and we just click on it, hit delete, so it's gone. Now let's recreate it. You go up to here where you see insert, and you have your choices here, and we're going to take, in this case, a line graph as mentioned, and we will pick the same one again here. So this is what we have. Blank table. Right click, select data, and what we want to do here first is we're going to get our chart data range. You can see this up here, and you see the box here flashing. Now moving your arrow cursors, we're going to go down to here, the very first one at cell A57 here, and we're going to lock it or anchor it, which is, as most of us know, the period button. And then we're going to move one to the right, scroll down like that with our down arrow button, hit enter, and there we are. Now we want to stretch this graph out, so we're going to just pull it like this and pull it back like that, and then we're going to move it. You can see how that changes to that 4 arrow outwards icon. Move it like that, and that is the graph there. We're going to make some changes to it now. The first thing we want to do is change this from series 1, and we'll call it pounds, which represents this line here. So what you do is you just click on it, right click on it, and as we can see here it says select data. So we click that, and as we see here it says series 1. We're going to edit that, and we're going to give it a new series name. So let's call that pounds. And you click OK, and you click OK there, and as we can see, it is now pounds. And one other tip too for the graphs is, depending where you click, as you can see the whole graph is clicked here with the data ranges, but different items come up. Let's go like this again. Different items come up within the graph that allows you to format and change those at will. So that basically is how to create a chart, a line chart in this case, with dots here in Microsoft Excel 2007.